Good morning. I'm going to do the readings a little bit different today because I know you guys have questions and stuff. So I'm going to pull for these three energies here, these three masculine energies. You guys can decide if you want, if this person here resonates with you or the person you're dealing with, which would be number one, the main male, or if number 5, mature man, resonates with you more, or the person you're dealing with, or wealthy man. Okay, so whichever one of these you resonate with, either for you or for the person you're dealing with, or if there are multiple people, then assign a name to each one. And I'm going to pull cards for each masculine energy, and I'm also going to do the same for the feminine, just not in this one. I'll do a separate one. Excuse me. And hopefully it'll give you some clarity, and we'll try to see if we can figure out which one is karmic, soulmate, twin flame, if the cards come out and explain what they are. All right? Excuse me. As I do my readings, you know I do them for the highest good, the highest healing of those who need to hear the messages the most. This is a collective reading, so everything will not resonate with you, you know. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't force things to fit that don't fit, especially if you're not 100% sure about what's going on in someone else's life, because then you're just going to go crazy. We all have masculine and feminine energy, so like I said, whichever one you feel resonates with you the most, or your person, and that's the one that's for you, okay? I think that's everything. So I'm going to go ahead and start with main male. So we're starting with this one. Now for main male, this is a person who is always in their head, okay? We have the 9 of Swords, so for that it's like they're always stressed out, or they always think negatively, they're very pessimistic, that type of energy, okay? Now for whoever this is, you know, you have to realize that only you control your thoughts. No one else controls your thoughts, or what you can and can't do, or what you can and can't manifest. All right, only you do. But the more you believe in whatever people are telling you, or you believe that you're not capable of doing something, then that's what you begin to manifest in your life. All right, and if there's a situation, excuse me, if there's a situation that you've been dealing with that it requires you to forgive. It either is requiring you to forgive or ask for forgiveness, okay? And it's a hard thing to do if you're holding on to judgments, okay? When we're being judgmental towards people, or even judgmental about ourselves, it's hard for us to see past the judgments that we're making, all right? There's no need to make a judgment. It's accept what is. You know, whatever you're observing, accept it for what it is, okay? You don't have to make a judgment on anything. It's just, this is what is right now in this moment. It's something that's inevitable. Okay, because once you release judgment and you start seeing things, and you start understanding why people do things and how people function, and what motivates someone to do the things that they do, even if it's a fucked up thing, it's easier to forgive, it's easier to compromise, it's easier to get past these things. Hey Julie. So understand, you know, like I said, we all come from different backgrounds, we've all experienced different things. So when you're dealing with other people, especially things that you feel are unforgivable or are too much, try to switch perspectives, try to see, or even ask questions as to what they've been through, or what motivated them to make those decisions, or what type of position were they in that forced them to do something that may have been out of character or hurtful to you. You know, just try to be a little bit different, because that's what this energy is for this masculine, is just very they're in their head a lot. And they want you to believe and trust in yourself and whatever it is that you're deciding that you want to do with your life, okay? You have to trust your instincts, that they're going to guide you to where it's meant for you to be, okay? Spirit's with you. They're going to take you wherever you got to go. Jesus, I hate when this happens. But you have to believe in yourself, You know, and that's the biggest thing, and sometimes it's the hardest thing, especially if when you were growing up your parents weren't very supportive or encouraging and, you know, pushing you to do better and do everything you need to do. So you have to find that within yourself and build that up, so that way you can trust that you're making the right choices. Even if everybody else disagrees with your decision, it doesn't matter. You have to feel within yourself that this is what's right for me in spite of what other people believe, okay? Because you're the one that's living your life. No one else is going to live your life. And at the end of it, most of the people that you're worried about now aren't even going to be there. So you're going to spend your life living for all these other people and worried about all these other opinions. And in 20, 30 years, they're not even going to exist in your life anymore. And you would have fucked up your whole life because you're listening to other people. You're not listening to yourself. So it's an important thing for you to do that. Okay, because they're saying that when you trust yourself and you listen to yourself, your path is going to be revealed before you. Okay, you're going to go down the path that you're meant to go down. Sometimes we go this way, sometimes we go that way, but it's like GPS. They always redirect. We always end up back where we're meant to be at. Okay, regardless if it's right now or fucking weeks or years from now, we always end up back where we're meant to be. It's just you're going to end up going through more lessons than just taking the direct path, okay? And you have to step out of your comfort zone, because this is your divine purpose. And if you are not comfortable enough to trust yourself in the decisions you're making, you're going to hinder your path. You're going to hinder your life. You're going to stop everything that you're trying to create or go towards in your life, because you're so afraid of branching out and doing what is unexpected or going against the grain and what everybody else believes. Excuse me, Jesus. So they're showing a change is coming in, and that could be anything. You know, it could be a change in mental, emotional state. It could be a physical change, a job change. It could be anything that's changing for you. Okay, and some of you are studying or doing some type of learning, and it's important for you not to overdo it. Okay, whatever it is, even if it's working, don't overdo it. Don't go so hard that you're not getting enough rest. You have to find a balance between peace and work. Okay, you have to have that balance, because if you burn yourself out, you're going to be forced to relax, and it's not going to be a comfortable relax. It's going to be, I'm trying to recover from all of the shit I put on myself. But whatever it is that you've been through in your life, it taught you something. You learned something. You gained something from what you've been through in your lifetime. You have to believe that and trust that you have the knowledge and you're fully aware of everything that's being presented to you and how to navigate through it. You know what's good, you know what's bad. You know how you feel when you're around people. And people, that's the thing, is people ignore that. You ignore the feelings because you're like, oh, I'm really attracted to them, or I really like this, or I really like that. But your soul is like, no, this ain't it. No, this ain't it. No, this ain't it. And you keep refusing to believe that. And then you wonder why shit ends up really fucked up, because you're not accepting what Spirit's telling you. All right? So, listen to what people are saying, but listen to the intention of what's being said. All right? So not just take the words at face value. What is being spoken, is it true? Do you feel that it's true? And excuse me, because sometimes when people speak things that we don't want to hear, we get defensive and we start projecting, or we react negatively because, you know, it's just like, oh, well, no, you can't say that about me, or that's fucked up, or whatever. But really sit with yourself before you go and try to attack people or get pissed off and not talk to nobody again, and see, are the words that are being spoken true? And are the words that are being spoken, do they have the intention of hurting you, or are they just trying to show you and enlighten you as to what it is that you're doing, or things that you're not aware of? You know, you really see, because there's people that speak. I'm a person that I speak and I'll say the truth. A lot of people don't like the truth. That's what I've learned. Nobody wants to hear the truth. You know, and sometimes my tone is a little bit more stern because I'm more serious when I'm speaking the truth. Like, listen, this is what the fuck it is, and I don't care if you like it, you don't like it, you need to hear it, because nobody obviously has told you. And that's a problem for a lot of masculine energies. But understand. You know, if a person's coming from a place of concern, a place of care, where they just want you to do better, they want you to fix the things that are fucked up in your life, don't attack them. Don't go at them like, oh, well, you're fucked up and you said this and you said that. It's like, what the fuck you talking about? Like, I'm just having a conversation with you about things that need to be addressed. You know, so look beyond the words and don't take everything personally. Put your feelings aside and analyze what was said. Okay, because once you add emotions, it fucks everything up. You have to be logical and separate the feeling from what's actually the truth. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Yay, I know, right? It's awesome. I've been up since like 4 o'clock. That's the only thing I don't like, man. Spirit be like, wake up. And I'm like, but why? What do I have to do at this time? Nothing. And this masculine energy here is, they have some things that I feel like it's programmed in them from before. And it could be religious beliefs or just their beliefs on how society is, how culture is, relationships should be. Like, it's just personal things that they were programmed with that they believe to be true. All right, and you have to understand that if somebody else has different beliefs or they don't see things the way you do, doesn't mean you can't be friends, doesn't mean that y'all can't talk. It just means you need to respect the other person and their beliefs and find common ground, because we're not very different. You know, we might have a lot of different interests and view the world differently, but at the end of the day, we have a lot more in common than we don't. Okay, and for some of you, this energy of whatever they were programmed with is causing a separation. Okay, and whatever the separation is, if they're not talking to you or you guys literally are physically separated, they need to make the effort. So if you're the masculine energy, you have to make the effort. Okay, if you're haven't found a way to forgive, try to find that. Release your judgments. But it's important for you, if this is something you feel in your heart to be true that you want, you have to make the effort to make it happen. You can't expect somebody else to do all the work for you, because it's not going to work out. All right, it's just not, because somebody's going to get tired and say, you know what, fuck you, there's millions of people in the world, I don't need you. That's what it is. Let me pull a couple more cards. I don't know how long I've been on here. I'm gonna pull a few more cards and let's see if we get anything else. So the goal is to see which one is which, but I have to see if the cards come out. But there is something here, and again, there is a divorce or some type of ending to a contract, something that was long-term, and it could just be a relationship. But whatever this is something that's helping you to ascend in what it is that you're doing. It's awakening you. It's helping you to see and gain understanding from everything that you've been through. Okay, so there's going to be either you guys are going to have a meeting together. Possibly, if this is more like work or business type of situation, then you're going to be going on an interview soon, okay? But if this is relationship, you guys need to gain an understanding and gain clarity. You know, you can't have one person that knows clearly, like, this is what I want, this is the path I'm going to take, and this is what I'm looking for, and the other person is not speaking and playing games and just in and out and vanishing and not saying shit. You know, you have to really sit with that and figure that out. But there's some type of, again, there's going to be some type of argument or something's going to be said that's going to catch you off guard, and you're going to probably question it. You're not really sure about it. You're not sure how to take it. Let me see what's going to be said. Okay, so whatever is going to be said is going to be something to trigger an argument. All right, because it's someone that likes drama. Now, like I said, this is for the first masculine energy. And if they're very drama-filled, because men can be just as drama-filled as females. Sorry, but it's fucking true. And honestly, I think men gossip more than women do. It's insane. But that's just, whatever this energy is, whatever is said is going to cause a lot of problems. Okay, so that might cause a tower moment for some of you. Some of you guys are going to be arguing. Just understand, you have the choice whether you want to be in an argument, debate, and fight, or whatever the fuck. You choose. You don't have to entertain somebody just because somebody wants to bring you some shit. You're like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that. Okay, so you can give that up. You don't have to sit there and deal with it. Let me see. And sorry, yeah, so we have gossip came out, so there's probably some type of gossip, something's going on, conversations that you're not aware of, conversations behind your back, and maybe those are the things that are going to be triggered. But this person, whoever this is, you might know the person that's talking shit about you, that's talking behind your back, and that's probably where this fight is going to stem from, or maybe you're used to it. But there's somebody there's some type of conversation happening in regards to some type of money that has to either be child support or some form of payment to something, okay? Or some type of judgment. But there's conversations being had about that that's causing drama. Okay. So someone is keeping notes. So they might even be having like, it could be an audit. It could be someone's trying to keep tabs on your spending, or you're keeping tabs on what you're spending. But there's someone that you might buy or spend a lot of money on things that you like just because you like it and you have the money right now. And you have to see where that comes from, because if you're just blowing money to blow it or because you have it, why? Why do you feel you need to do that? You know, it's just you're blowing money for something that you probably don't really need and could be put to better use. So whatever this is, there is going to be some type of settlement that you guys come to. All right, it's not just going to end. Let me see. No, we can't take those. Yeah, and the decision's going to be made soon. Whatever you guys are doing, it's going to be it's going to happen soon. Trying to get a couple of cards, but they're being stubborn and they're not giving me what I'm asking for. So whoever this is, they're basically trying to recreate themselves, or they're going to come back as a changed person. You're going to see them and be like, who the fuck is this type of energy? And they're going to come back with an energy of devotion. Because it's... Okay, so they're going to come back and they're going to be devoted because they're recognizing, they're realizing who you are to them and how important this connection is. So they just have to work through everything that we discussed earlier. And they're saying the answer is yes if you guys were having some type of question or you were unsure about something. That's what they're saying for this one. Let me see, I want to do something. Trying to work through these cards here. It's a pain in the ass because it's not giving me the messages that I'm looking for. Trying to see who is who to you. Excuse me. Alright, so as soon as I pull these cards out, I'm going to shuffle them up and see what comes out. So, how's everything going for you guys today while I sit here and do this? I was hoping I didn't have to do this, but since they're making it difficult and I have so many cards. Let me see. If I can pull something out of this. Alright, so for some of you, this, the first energy is someone that you're having a situationship with, an affair with, and that's what this person represents to you. I need more cards, that's not enough. Oh god, I don't know what's wrong with me. I get on here, I start sweating. I think it's all the energies. They just be like, here, heat her up real quick. Where is the other card? Excuse me. Well, I'm glad you're doing fantastic, Brittany. That's awesome, considering it's kind of not so nice out today. But it was pretty nice yesterday. It wasn't terrible. Alright, let me see. See see if we add a few more cards here. So give me the one I'm looking for. Okay, perfect. So, like I said, this energy here, if this person is you're seeing, talking to, this is a soulmate. Okay, so this energy here, if you chose this person, this is a soulmate. Alright, so I'm gonna stop this video and I'm gonna start another one to do the second masculine energy, because it's gonna be long as shit if I just do it continuous. So thank you guys. I love you guys. If this message was for you, I hope it helped you, gave you some clarity as to the person you're dealing with. And if you chose one of the other two, I'm gonna do those next. Have a good day.